in the working area. And we're not here to defend what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. In this day and age, I believe everybody in this room knows what that is. But we clearly had some words that shouldn't have been said that were said. The officer recognizes that. There was an interview of 3 people, talked to 5 people, have written statements from 5 people, so it's not anything in question as to what happened or what didn't happen. It's pretty out, everything's up front, and that's why I'm here tonight to put an end to this. I actually talked to Commissioner Clausey today, and he's down in Florida, to let everybody know what's happening. But the agreement is that the officer in charge, and again, let me remind you, this is a personnel issue, so there's no names going to be brought up here. But I'm just trying to guarantee you that this was investigated, the reports are in. Again, that's information that's not to be dissolved either. But what we have is a week off without pay. We have a written reprimand in his file, which is very serious. And he shall not enter the facility unless mandated by a supervisor for a specific case. So I assured Commissioner Clausey that we have taken care of the situation that was up there. In the meantime, we will look at some counseling for this officer at the same time. We checked, it's been a couple years since we had it for all of them, so we may get into that for the entire department down the road, when and if we can arrange that to come about. But it's very important that we keep our working relationship with the Northumberland County 911 Center. It's clearly a major part of what we do in the city of Sunbury. We need to be able to keep that rapport going, and the last thing we want is for somebody not to be let in when they have to be in, when it really could save somebody's life. So I'm guaranteeing you that this isn't going to happen again. We will have that rapport with the county, and the emergency issues that take place on a day-to-day basis up there will be followed through, and we're not going to put anything to block that. Investigation, and the third part that we're going to talk about tonight, which is even more serious, I believe. And again, let me remind you that we're dealing on facts. We had an investigation also put forth. A different person did this investigation. And the ruling that we're making tonight is based on those facts, and those facts only. So the internal investigation was done pretty much on improper behavior by a city police officer while working his assigned schedule. And this was based on a citizen's complaint that I received in my office. The following results were found after interviewing the office and a private individual. The findings provide details of the 2 parties meeting on city time and having discussions that led to situations after working hours. But there was no finding of proof that the 2 parties meeting on city time and having discussions led to anything other than the discussions. And we looked at a lot of phone calls and a lot of pages and a lot of things that happened. Both parties did agree that meetings were arranged, and the city, of course, the city patrol car was used to make those meetings. So at this time, based on those facts and those facts only, the officer is getting 3 weeks off without pay, a written reprimand, and no use of the city police car to leave the city of Sunbury limits for any reason whatsoever, unless it's an emergency and it is mandated by a supervisor at that time. Again, we take these very serious. We take the allegations that were made very serious. And if the time ever comes about that there's different results or different proof or whatever it may be, we don't shove anything under. The main reason, again, I wanted to take